there. In this video, we are going to be creating a B master. Now, I could have just placed some elements on the right side of the A master, but I wanted to show you how to create a second master. So what we're going to do first is this. I see our pages in the Pages panel. It's a bit small, so I want to make it bigger so we can see it better. So I'm going to come up here to the menu in the Pages panel. I'm going to come down here to the panel options. I'm going to change the size of the pages over here. Go to medium. I'm going to go to actually jumbo. The master pages, I'm actually going to change the size over here. I'm going to just go to large. Press OK. And now I can see the master pages here. We can see it a little bit better, but we can also see our pages in our Pages panel much better. Now let's create a new master. With one of the pages selected on the A master, come down here to the bottom of your Pages panel. Go to Create New Page, click, and you can see that the B master has been created. That's one way to create a new master. Go to Undo, Command Z or Control Z on your keyboard. Go up to the menu on your Pages panel. Go to New Master. Now you have a new dialog that opens up. You can change the prefix. You can give it a separate name to do that, and you have some other options here as well. We're just going to press OK, and we have our B master. Now I'm going to undo this as well. Command Z or Control Z. The issue here is that we need to include the footer on our pages. We want the exact formatting settings for our page numbers in the exact location on every one of our pages. Instead of creating a new master, we're going to duplicate the A master. So with the A master selected, I can do this two ways. I can click and hold the A master, and I can drag it down here to the bottom of the Pages panel, bring it to the Create New Page, and release, and it duplicates the A master. You can see the elements on that B master as well. I'm going to undo. Another way to duplicate the A master is you're going to go up here to the menu, go to Duplicate Master Spread A master, and it's duplicated once again. I don't need all these elements in my B master. All I need is the footer. So I'm going to select all of the other elements. I'm going to press Delete. If I zoom down to the page number, you'll notice the B has replaced the A. Remember, because we're on the B master. That special character for the page number indicates which master that you're on. So let's go back up to View. Let's Fit Spread in Window. Now I'm going to collapse my Pages panel for now, and I'm going to create a ruler guide. I'm going to come over here to my left ruler. I'm going to drag that over to the left of my left margin. I'm going to put it around, there we go, 8.75 inches. Now we're going to create a rectangle. I'm going to go to my Rectangle tool, my Tools panel. I'm going to start up top here, bring that across my top margin, all the way to that guide that we created earlier. I'm going to bring that down to the bottom margin. There. I see that the fill was that light blue color, so I don't want to fill on it. Put none. I'm going to go to my stroke, make it black. I'm going to keep it at 1 point. Take a look at it. Let's go to preview mode. Now I want to zoom into the top of my rectangle. I'm going to go to my zoom tool. I'm going to drag this across the top of the rectangle. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to go to my line tool. I'm going to go to normal mode so I can see my guides. I'm going to drag a line from this left guide. Hold Shift to get a straight line. Bring that across to this right guide here. It is black. I'm going to change the value to 9 point. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. I'm going to go to my selection tool, I'm going to drag that line to the top of the rectangle. Right there. I'm going to go to preview mode. That looks good. So I'm going to go back up to view. I'm going to fit spread in window. Now I'm going to create another ruler guide. I'm going to come up here to the top ruler. I'm going to drag that down here to about 6 1/4 inches. When producing a publication, you may have elements that repeat in each issue or throughout the section of a particular issue. You just change the text or content of the element from section to section or issue to issue. You're going to create a quote frame now, something that can be used in an actual magazine. For example, in one issue, you might have a particular quote, and in the next issue, you have another quote, but you want that quote to have the same format settings and location on the page, so you place it on a master page. Now we're going to create a text frame for our quote, but first we're going to zoom into the area where we need to work. Take the zoom tool, come down here. Now I'm going to go to my type tool to make my text frame. I'm going to start here on the left margin and use the guide that we created. I'm going to drag it over to the column guide on the right. I want it to be about 3 inches in height. Now we're going to come up here to our control panel. We're going to change it to Minion Pro, but it's going to be bold. We're going to keep it at 12 point. We're going to change the leading to 26 point. And we're going to put this in all caps. I want you to type the word subject. This is only a temporary word. I'm going to show you later how you can change this heading from section to section or issue to issue without changing the master page. Go back up to your control panel, change the font size to 24 point, unselect the all caps. Now you are going to make a forced line break, shift return on a Mac or shift enter on a PC. You're going to need to add a quotation mark for your quote. Now we don't know the exact quotation that we need right now, so we're going to have placeholder text. Go to type, go down to fill placeholder text. We only need 6 lines of text. We're going to delete this last line because we need some space for some other text. We're going to add an end quote at the end of our quotation. Place another forced line break at the end. You're going to go up to your control panel, change the font size to 18 point, change it from bold to italic. You're going to type in Barry Garrick. Select the text, come up back to the control panel, change the color to red. Now we're going to zoom a little bit closer to the word subject. We're going to be making a new rectangle, an actual square. So you're going to go to your rectangle tool, click and drag holding shift to about 0.125 inches. That's good. Now go up to your control panel and change your swatch color to black. You see here we still have a tint of 15%, so we want to change that to 100%. Looks good. Now you're going to rotate your square by 45 degrees. You can hover around the corner of your square and you can see the rotating icon, and you can use that by holding it and moving it around. I'm going to undo. Or you can come up here to your control panel, you can come over here and go to your rotation angle and change that to 45 degrees. Click the direct selection tool. Now you need to find the delete anchor point that is hidden underneath the pen tool. Click and hold, and you can see the delete anchor point tool here. Hover over this left anchor point on this corner of the square. Click the anchor point, and half the square is gone, and you have a black right triangle. Now bring it towards the side of the rectangle that you previously made and have it pointing towards the word subject. Make sure our new triangle is pointing to the center of the letter F. Now let's fit spread in window. Let's go to preview mode. Now open up the Pages panel. We select over here. We can see our B master, but it's not on page 3. So what we need to do is click on that B master page, click and hold, and drag that over to page 3. Now if we double click on page 3, you can see this is page 3. We're going to go to View, Fit Spread in Window, and now I'm going to collapse my Pages panel. You can see our A master over here and our B master. And so now we have a spread. Let's save our work. Now we have our master page layouts created that we can use for our Empire Comic-Con magazine. In the next video, we will continue on our journey of Project 4.